And it means that both matches so far tonight have gone right to the wire. Ian White and Simon Whitlock booked into Butlins for another night. They'll be back tomorrow lunchtime for the quarter-finals. We'll have Van Gerwen against Van der Voort still to come. But next up, it's Gurney against the world champ Gary Anderson, who's defending his Player Championship finals title here this weekend. For Gurney, a win tonight in his debut appearance at this event would be a career highlight. He's got a very popular walk-on tune, as you're about to find out, and one which will no doubt get this crowd singing along. So let's get him out with John McDonald.
Thank you. Welcome back to the action, the second round action of the Cash Converters Players Championship Finals, brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation, live on ITV, and coming to you from the amazing Butlins Minehead. Time to meet the players, time to meet the dude, Gurney. Premier League champion and the reigning champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
Butlins are doing exactly as they're told. They are indeed jumping around. And in the commentary box for this one, two men looking forward to a heavyweight clash of a different kind later tonight. It's Chris Mason and John Rawlings. So if Anderson's playing the Vladimir Klitschko role to Gurney's Tyson Fury, I wonder, does Gurney have a puncher's chance against the world champ?
Well, it's a nice way to set it up, and it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Gary Anderson, a huge favourite to win this one, but there is Gurney from Derry in Northern Ireland. Beat Kim Huybrecht 6-3 to reach this 6-2, I beg pardon, to reach this stage. Good young player. He's into the world top 32, but Gary Anderson, defending champion, world champion, and playing here at Minehead, not too far away from his home, seems to bring out the best of him.
And defending champion. A fabulous 12 months. More so than lifting that long-awaited world title, which was well deserved of a player of his absolute undoubted quality.
First leg down to throw first.
Well, Gurney's got the dance. Two real nerve janglers tonight, haven't we? Ian White edging home against Gerwyn Price, and then Simon Whitlock. Emotional at the end of it, wasn't he?
He was. He's had a
best
tough
win for a long time, though.
Yeah, tough couple of years. But Darryl, for me, was the pick. 20 the first round performances. Finished off with a 101.3 average, and that was after an 18-dart last leg.
Well, he's going to have to be on his game here if he's going to prevail against Anderson. Watching some film of Gary's little boy Ty, who's not 2 yet. He's throwing darts. He can throw darts. Apparently he's obsessed. And his hero's not Gary, it's Michael van Gerwen.
That's popular.
59.
Started where he left off here, Gurney. In that match, Gurney reeled off legs of 11, 14, 14, 15 and finished it off with an 18. Highly impressive stuff.
Gary Anderson a little bit slow out of the blocks. Double 16 here for Gurney. And there's first blood. The Irishman goes ahead.
Kim Hybretts was a potential
44.
tough game for Darrell, but he won it with ease. Gary had a tougher task against the governor, Phil Taylor.
100.
Good game that one, wasn't it?
Oh, he produced the 2 180s and 11-dart finish in the last leg that you couldn't have scripted.
Had some terrific tussles over the years, Phil and Gary. I'd love to come away from this as a winner. It was his run of form, including victory in this tournament last year, that really set him up for the World Championships. Yeah. Gave him a belief.
Yeah, it was definitely the catalyst, that's for sure. Went from strength to strength.
135.
And you know, if he comes away from this as a winner again, what was he at the beginning of this? 9-1 shot to win this championship. 96. If he were to win this, then people would be looking at those World Championships and thinking, yeah, maybe.
Most definitely.
41.
But he's not into the groove yet.
You like this? Big snooker fan, Anderson.
43. Gary, you recall 147.
Treble 17. Treble 10 a bit of dart now.
87.
No finish for Gurney, so he'll be back. Treble 19 would be sweet.
127. Gary, you require 60.
Tops then. Small adjustment. In we go, and he's into the game.
Gary is gonna go into throw first. 140.
Everything going with throws so far. Both legs
77.
held with ease by both players.
Interesting in the practice area. Most of the players like to get behind closed screen, practice all together. Gary takes himself away into a more relaxed sort of environment where friends and family are sitting and likes to just practice on his own.
Yeah, he's basically practicing in the press area, and where we're all you know, guests and family, they sit there and there's one board and there's an interview area, and he likes to be there, and Rachel's there, and if he needs anything it's all on hand, and he just ticks over for a couple of hours.
94.
Very laid back individual. Gurney, double 18 for 2-1.
78.
Well, it's a big ask for Anderson at 150.
Treble 18. Oh, he chose to stay there.
Not sure whether that was in or not. I don't think Gary's distance vision, he reckons, isn't as sharp as it might be. 9s for Gurney. And 2-1 ahead.
That's an understatement. His mince pies are woeful.
131.
Daryl Gurney came through the BDO route,
93.
switching to the PDC circuit. Lost a couple of times to Wolfie back in 2009, 2010. Had a win over the current BDO world champion Scott Mitchell. And came across to the PDCs. In the World Championships last year, lost to Ronnie Baxter in the first round.
45.
A few titles to his name. He reached the final of the Europe Cup singles in 08 and then won the England Masters in 2012. He's won the Tom Kirby twice.
82.
Old Tom, rest his soul, great player, played in the PDC in its infancy. They have a memorial trophy in his honour. And that takes some winning. To win it twice, some effort.
148.
Again, strong throw on the darts from Anderson.
121.
It's a shame that last dart. Anderson for 2-2. Double four. And again, winning it relatively comfortably.
Yeah, they're holding their own throw pretty easily. On the back of Gurney's first round performance, I thought if he could replicate that, this would be a tight match.
60.
Gary Anderson had a couple of Pro Tour victories, one in March, one in October at either end of the season.
96.
Break in play at the end of this leg.
45.
Again, Gary having a rough leg on the Gurney throw. Daryl's making hay.
139.
Ooh, the 140 here.
140.
Should become a coach.
Gary's done a huge amount of work behind the scenes since his performance up in Glasgow. He's one of those players who
Wants to be home with the family,
Indeed.
the kids.
dogs.
And they are stunning dogs. That big, I think you could ride one of them.
Bernese Mountain dogs, lovely dogs.
58.
Two treble 20s, double 18.
Great darts.
Yeah, it was low in the treble.
Just brushed out.
Yeah, it was too low in the treble, really.
100.
Made it awkward. He was hoping for it to bump to the right.
Big one for Gurney, double 16. And nails it again. It's all gone with the throw so far. And at the interval, the Irishman, the underdog, has a marginal advantage. He's ahead against the defending champion and world champion, Gary Anderson, by 3 legs to 2. Gary Anderson, a big favourite to win this match and take his place in the quarterfinals, where he would face Benito van der Pas. But he's trailing 3-2, and how about this for a stat? The last time they played UK Open qualifier in February this year, it was Gurney who won 6-3.
Gary was riding the crest of a very large wave. So that's a very interesting stat to have.
Only the 4th time they've played. Last couple of times in 4 prior to that Players' Championships, Gary emerged victorious. So it's 2-1 overall, but most recently a setback, and a fairly significant one.
60.
Does that lodge in your mind when that sort of thing happens, or is it possible just to sweep it away?
I think if you have one particular player, I mean, mine was Kevin Painter. I don't think And the only time I ever beat him was in practice. He had the sign over me. I think Phil had quite a decent record against me.
Terry Jenkins has the old evil spell on one or two, doesn't he?
Yeah, me included.
140.
No, there's a long list of that.
Anderson then with the darts, just looking to square the match off again here.
100.
101, decent leave.
12 darts thrown. Pretty regulation stuff.
130. Gary requires 101.
Trouble 19 or trouble 15.
57. Gary requires 142.
So for one against the throw here. Can't be done now.
64. Gary requires 44.
44. Tops now. Well, that could be a big miss.
Gary requires 78.
Not playing well at the moment. Anderson struggling.
Tops.
For our first break of throw.
38. Gary requires 20.
Steadies himself for 2 10s. And that makes it 3 apiece.
Just waiting for one of these players to just kick, find that extra gear, dominate the match. At the moment,
58.
they're just sort of sparring, trading legs.
Some of these masks which they're turning up in are fairly terrifying. Assuming it is.
It's after 9, John. I think we're safe. Only the 180 so far in this match, and that's from Anderson.
And both of them only averaging round about the 90 mark.
60.
Yeah, both below par. Both would have expected to go on slightly earlier.
Yeah, dart attack. Happy about it as well.
100.
Pressure now on this 82 to hold throw. It's going to get 1 dart at double tops.
Oh, that's a good dart. Responding well to the pressure, keeping his nerve and keeping the slight advantage.
140.
Sure, we're not going to see another 10-9, are we?
Replies in kind.
81.
Loose last one.
Yep. Trading 140s,
81.
trading 81s. Interesting if the 180 goes in.
80.
Not quite firing, Gary.
Not yet.
We know there's another gear to come. Just a
About
question
another
of
4.
a question of can he find it?
98.
You kind of suspect that it's going to be unleashed at some stage. Here we go.
135.
That leaves 65. That can be awkward if you go the ball route, hoping that you miss.
105. Gary requires 65.
I think he's done it, and he's done it successfully. 10s now. This is a big one.
Aim shot in the A flag. Gary Anderson.
Parity restored. It's 4-4. Still awaiting the break of throw.
Welcome back, Gary.
See Anderson, we know. So far, he's been doing anything but jumping around up there on that stage, but that's more like it.
No, all credit to Darrell. He's kept Gary under wraps so far. He's opened with a 15, then hit a 14, a 17, a 15. Solid stuff. I like the cut of his jib. Been around a while now, Darrell.
29 years old.
59.
Well, this is a chance now for Anderson. Not exactly
60.
rocketing through the door, though, is he?
Pressure's mounting though on the Gurney throw. It's a great recovery after the first dart.
85.
Well, Anderson, favourite.
144 to break the throw. Can't be done now.
Maybe looking at treble 18.
58. Now we require 100.
Annoyed with what he's producing up there at the minute. Frustrated. Treble 19 for double 12. He's got it. Well, that was close, but no cigar.
Now you require 86.
Treble 18, double 16, 18 for ball.
61.
Gurney, a pair of sixes to once again hang on to his throw.
Rolling the dice.
Already had 18 darts here. And goes ahead 5-4. One match still to come. Michael van Gerwen against Vincent van der Voort. They just pulled up. Michael van Gerwen will have the darts. Will not be hanging about in that match. 10-9, it'll only take about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we played at some pace.
95.
No, this game's not hanging about. To the 10th leg already. Still no break of throw.
60.
Break at the end of this leg. And so if Gurney just seized the initiative and went 6-4 ahead, it would be a really significant leg. Again, the shake of the head, frustrated.
Should stay there. That leaves 170.
Good setup.
Anderson needs all of them.
140.
Not a bad second prize. Well, we've nearly seen Whitlock do this.
But we're not seeing Darrell do it. Anderson will be back with a great opportunity to make it all square. Treble 17 he's got for double 16. It's in, Gary. Double 8. Oh,
75.
What a great opportunity for Gurney. 16 for tops.
Tops then for 6-4.
36.
Well, that was a big miss.
Yeah, it was a big chance.
Couple of fours for Gary Anderson. That's not a bad mark. Oh dear. It's not happening, is it? He's not on his game for whatever reason.
Well off the pace.
Tops then. Steadies himself. for a key break in this match. There it is. The Irishman is ahead. Gary Anderson has got some thinking. He's got to regroup and try from somewhere to find a big improvement on the darts he's produced so far. Gurney is 6-4 up.
Just check they've got it all in stock. As usual, Gov.
Another upset. Are we going to have one? Gary Anderson is 6-4 down against the Irishman there, Daryl Gurney. And Anderson has just, for whatever reason, just not fired. He'll want to come back from this interval with a big improvement on the darts he's produced so far. A checkout rate of 27% and a match average of only 88. It's distinctly non-Anderson-like.
Yeah, unbelievable. Just not settled at all. They've both battled to hold on to throw. And then we had our first break, and that was converted in 16 darts by Daryl. Normally, to break the Anderson throw, you've got the minimum requirement is sub 15.
140.
Strange, isn't it? Sometimes terrific players just don't fire. Gary can be a mood player.
45.
Yeah, definitely. I think this type of player is that's part and parcel of their makeup and their style. They're very much on or off.
99.
Part of the charm. But at the moment, Gurney's capitalising, while Anderson has been floundering.
140.
It's more like it.
It's 9th 140 of the match, and we're in the 11th leg.
130.
Gary, as we've already mentioned, regarded as one of the most prolific scorers of the game.
96. So you require 52.
Phil Taylor will be watching somewhere thinking, why didn't he throw like this against me? 7-4. Only needs another 3.
14 dart leg, very tidy.
77.
Some unheralded players here have been producing some very, very good darts today. Benito van der Pas earlier on, an average of 105.
131.
Prevailing against James Wade.
Even in defeat, I thought Jamie Lewis was fabulous.
Yep.
Carried himself with absolute class and quality.
A lot of dignity in defeat as well, which is good to see.
Very mature young man. And with an attitude like that,
48.
a long and successful future in this game. And Gerwyn Price of the same ilk.
Well, both of them look the part as well, don't they?
Yep.
60.
Good temperaments, it would seem. But
And that is almost as important as ability, especially in this game, because it can frustrate.
59.
again, a subpar visit from Anderson.
He throws under the cosh.
The match is slipping away at the moment.
137.
Needs a big score here. It's just not happening.
42. Now you require 70.
20. 16s now.
Gets it. What a finish. Another 15 dart leg.
13 leg Darrell to
Anderson could be heading for an earlier exit than we'd anticipated.
The last 3 legs by Gurney had been completed in just 45 darts.
100.
As you say, he played really well against Kim Huybrechts, didn't he?
Yeah, brilliant. Best I've seen him play on TV.
98.
Solid rather than spectacular here. He's got a match average of 94.
140.
He's going to need an awful lot more of that.
And that might not be enough. This man is growing.
9 darts played or thrown, and 81 has been left, and Anderson is well back. 6 darts.
Oh, treble 10.
20 to set it up and leave him on a comfortable finish potentially.
Only 12 darts thrown.
59.
Anderson throwing like he's thrown the towel in. A couple of 16s. And Gurney 9-4, only needs one more leg.
Since that
58.
second break, he's been very, very good.
The back-to-back wins for Gurney over Anderson, this. And a little bit of an Indian sign he's establishing over him. Or whatever figure of speech you choose to employ. Monkey on the back, as ever. But he's struggling with him.
He's just having a bit of a nightmare, Anderson.
Gurney's closing it out. Throws under pressure again.
Not at 180 until leg 13, and now at one in leg 14. What a time to start finding the red bit.
Anderson's got himself onto 170. He's on a finish, in theory.
99, area of 170.
He's been low on 60. When he has hit it, he has been low in it.
92.
Well, what a way to win this one. Another one of those for Bull.
Checking on the score, checking what he wants. Anderson returns wanting 78. They're being dive bombed by flies up there again. 60 now for tops.
58.
So close.
Rueful shake of the head. He knows it might be the last time he steps forward to the oche. Double 16 for the match.
36.
That would have been for yet another 15 dart leg.
Got to take this. This is an absolute must for Anderson. Ooh, that's
Don't think you can see it now.
Horribly now. Needs
Top corner.
Needs step ladders, didn't he?
No score.
Just not your night. Credit to Gurney.
32.
Played well, 95 average.
Pulled the darts out angrily there, Anderson, but in truth, the damage done an awful lot earlier. 2 16s. Oh, lucky. He's done it! Probably the biggest televised victory of his career. Anderson didn't fire, but Gurney's through into the quarter-finals. There he will play Benito van der Pas. For Gary Anderson, it's a short trip home to Burnham-on-Sea.
Well, how about you join us the next live darts tournament here on ITV4. It's a couple of months away at the end of January in Milton Keynes. Tickets still available for the Masters at Arena MK. The top 16 on the order of merit will all be there. Well, we've just witnessed a big upset here in Minehead. The man from Northern Ireland, Daryl Gurney, ranked 41 in the world, has beaten the world champion and the reigning champion here, Gary Anderson, 10-4. Looking at the stats, Anderson averaged 86, just 2 180s apiece in the match. Gurney hitting 50% of his doubles, Gary hitting just 4 of his darts as a double. And he's going home. It's just an hour's drive east of here, or he might even prefer to take the boat. Darrell goes on to play Benito van der Pas tomorrow afternoon, and he's talking to Ned now.
Quietly satisfied as well, Darrell. It's taken you a while just to digest that. You've come down here and your instinct straight away was to say I was rubbish. But actually, you know, you can't say that when you've taken a scalp like that on a stage like that.
Well, I thought it was rubbish, to be honest, because Gary Anderson doesn't play the guy. And I've got let off there the night for some strange reason. It's probably maybe Gary's worst game maybe in a year and a half. And I'm just a lucky person to be on the end of it.
All right, so he opened the door for you, but you've got to take your opportunities, haven't you? And your average is very respectable. You check out 50%, very, very efficient.
Yeah, well, me was going into the game just throw everything I could at him, scoring-wise, and don't miss me doubles. Yeah. And scoring didn't go to plan, but doubles wasn't so bad.
Darrell, we've had on paper what are a fair few upsets. You know, a lot of the bigger names are out of this tournament now, and you've just disposed of the world champion and the players' champion. Anyone can win this now, can't they? Yourself included. You're right. You're right in the mix.
Well, I wouldn't mind it be me. I really don't care about the rest of them.
You get to the quarterfinals though, and it's really game on, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, listen here, I'm not going to go too mad about that result, to be honest, because I was out of form, Gary Anderson, and tomorrow I'm going to try and put things right.
Against Benito van der Pas?
Yes, I'm going to try and put it right against Benito, and try and play as well as I did against Kim, because to be honest, there I was doing more fighting and more scolding myself. Yeah. But I was going for trebles because I was struggling to hit them as much as I was on Friday, and I've just got to calm the head, stop getting overexcited, because that's what I was doing. Because whenever I was playing behind Gary, I was just trying to he's hitting a 140, just trying a 180. If he was hitting a 140, I was trying to hit a 180, you know, and no. Listen here, I'm really trying to. I need to play better tomorrow.
Well, it was good stuff. Well done anyway. Well done, Darrell.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks.